Take a breath with me. What if nothing in your relationship is actually broken? What if instead your relationship is simply asking for more depth? Most of us wear a mask. When we wear a mask, we think to keep love, right? If we have this mask, they can't see the true us. And so they'll love just this thing that we portray, but actually it ends up keeping love out. So unmasking is the solution. And it sounds scary, but it's actually simple. Needs, expression, boundaries, and sometimes repair. And so I created an easy way to remember it. I call it open. Own your need, put it into words, establish a bridge, or we can call it a boundary, and then navigate repair when that's necessary. So let's break this down a little bit. Own your need. At first, you might think, well, I know what my needs are. I want this and this and this and this. And sometimes those wants are actually not the needs. A need is an answer that you find by asking your body, what is it I truly need? Maybe it's I need space. Maybe it's I need contact. Maybe it's I need security or safety or or unvarnished love, clarity. Name one. Keep it small if you can. Second step is put it into words and say it cleanly. When X happens, I feel Y and I need Z. When you raise your voice, I feel unsafe and I need you to lower your energy. Are you willing? Keep it short. No blame, no autobiography. It doesn't need a whole lot of explanation. The simpler you can make it, the easier it is for the other person to digest. Expressing actually invites a choice. And so if your partner hears it and they could say, yes, right, they're all in, that's fantastic. They might say no. And then there's some other stuff to work with. We can get you to another video. More likely, they'll say, not now, or they'll just convey the can't. And that's not a rejection. That's actually a cue for a boundary instead of what most of us will come up with is probably resentment. And so when the boundary is called upon, it's time to establish it. It could be a boundary. We can call it a bridge, though, because a boundary is not like a barrier, how to keep people out, but instead it's how to connect people. A boundary is how do I stay in integrity so we can stay close? So, in that sense, that's why I use the word bridge. It's a bridge, not a wall, or it's a boundary, but not a barrier. So, it may be if voices rise, I'm going to pause for 10 minutes and then I'll come back, which is a way of saying, like, you don't actually have to do anything, but I'm respecting my own boundaries that when this happens, I'm going to need to take a time out. It could be when you're not available for reassurance right now, well, I'll take a walk. Text when I'm grounded. We'll connect at 7. So your needs remain honored. The connection stays protected. And frankly, sometimes even the best boundaries are going to get a little messy. And that's just human. And so repair is that fourth step. And repair is how love gets stronger. Own what happened. Reflect one thing. Promise one thing. Hey, I'm sorry I cut you off. I hear you felt alone. And I'm committed to listening through your first pause. So I'm going to give you a little practice, a little kind of a micro practice. Sit with your partner, knee to knee, shoulder to shoulder, if it's more helpful. So you're kind of both looking in the same direction. But take a few breaths together. Take 4 breaths together. And then do open together. O, each person owns one need. P, each puts it into one sentence. E, each establishes one bridge or one boundary for tough moments. N, each offers one line to navigate repair. I'm sorry for blank. Next time I will blink. Stay in contact with each other. Breathe. Bring it to a close. If that feels good and you want guided reps on this, I've got two ways to do it coming up. One is a 5-day free relationship reset. It is on the evenings on the West Coast, but it's on Zoom, so you can watch from anywhere, September 14th through 18. And we're going to practice needs and expressing boundaries and repair all that stuff together. The other thing is that I will co facilitate a program at the end of September, September 27th. It is a day long sacred journey for couples to reconnect and really clarify what's next. Applications for that are going to close September 18th, so hop on it quickly. All of this is, in one sense, open, simple, but yeah, it takes a little work. Through this all, I want you to know that I get you and I've got you. Let's go deeper.